And welcome back to Let's Play Shin Megami Tensei, Devil Survivor Overclocked. Last time, we got our hands dirty for the first time in the game and killed some people. Ain't that grand? Afterwards, we covered miscellaneous events around the city. Nothing on day 8 is super critical to cover, honestly. In particular, if you're on the evil route, I don't believe you can get the special side quest that can happen on Naya's 8th day, so you're more or less free to check out any events that you want to. But of course, I'll be doing my best to just show off everything we possibly can. Among other things that we have to deal with, though, are mandatory battle sequences, like this one at the Tokyo Dome. So why don't we get this out of the picture first things first.
Huh. There are some angels and demon tamers over there. Let's get rid of them.
Huh? Hold on, something's wrong.
It's impossible! We can't defeat the Overlord!
Don't you see? They're just too strong! We can't beat them!
Very well. You demon tamers are a blot of sin with your abuses of forbidden power. You are only still alive because we have granted you the chance to atone. However, you have surrendered that offer. Your judgment comes now.
No! Someone, help me!
Here you are, Overlord. We shall dispatch you here along with the demon tamers. Join us in battle, demon tamers. Let us defeat the Overlord together.
The angels are going to help us? Then maybe we can win!
If we don't fight here, we'll be killed either way! We have to do it!
Fools. They're still pawns of the angels. That being the case, they must die.
Sorry for the sudden jump cut in the middle of that cutscene. I was drinking some water as the dialogue was going, and I just choked on it hardcore. Anyway, we've got a battle against some tamers and some angels. Do we got any interesting skill cracks to get here? Well, not necessarily interesting, but we do have some skill cracks to get. We got Recarm Loss, Final Strike, Life Lift, and Wall. Wall is the physical variant to Barrier. This reflects any physical attack thrown at your team, which is situationally useful. I could see myself wanting this in a couple of instances. Before we get into the battle, I just want to point out that I have upgraded some demons, and rather than just do an info dump on them, I'll do my best to just go over them as we get through the battle. Bishamon probably doesn't require much introduction. We've also got a Fairy Troll, and we've got Snake Ananta. This Mithras, I just bought him from the auction hall to fill out my compendium, so that's all there is there. I'm getting my team set up, and I'll be right back with you. Alright, I've got my team set up here, brought Black Frost back in, and I've just set him up with a relatively versatile composition here. Hopefully take out the enemies that I want him to get. I'm having him and Kaido head this way so that they can crack the skills that are tied to the Jahis, which are Recarm Loss and Life Lift. Hopefully we should be able to get those without much issue. Me and Naoya are going to take this side of the map, and I've got myself set up to take care of Wall, and Naoya will be taking care of the Final Strike over here. One thing I do have to be mindful of is that because this guy has Wall, Garuda is not going to be able to punch through with multi-strike like I'd normally want him to, but because he has access to Mega Delaun, he has that as an option as well, and between me casting Holy Dance and him using that, we should be able to take out those enemies no problem, so enough rambling about that, let's get this underway. Now, because I have a base move of 5, with the bonus from Flight, we can actually move a grand total of 6 move with an Avian, so that is a pretty nice bonus right there. I've also got myself set up with Ananta for the Initiative on Defense bonus. That should allow me to take out some of these enemies as they try to approach us. And fortunately, because we are going for the auto skill on the center, we don't have to be all that particular about who we hit here. Let me see. Yeah, if Ananta was resistant to physical attacks, I probably would have just had him Berserk there just to see what he did, but unfortunately, he is not, so that's just something we're going to pass on. Ooh, yeesh, that was spicy right there. Luckily, it's not a huge deal. We should be able to survive just fine with that. I will need to send in somebody to heal Garuda there, since, he's dependent on... actually, do I want to use Drain or do I want to use Zeodyne? Better use Zeodyne. We're not desperate for MP at the moment, so we should be just fine there. But yeah, I do need to... what the... Oh man, that did way less damage than I was expecting. Okay, that kind of forces some changes there, but it shouldn't be too big a deal. Man, I should have gone with Holy Dance. I way underestimated how much damage I would have done there with without Elect Boost. Let me see here. Yeah, it looks like I'm gonna have to change up my approach for this upcoming turn, but it shouldn't be too big a deal. Let me see. Yeah, oof. That was an absolute disaster right there, and I didn't think too hard. Like, I guess I'm just not used to this situation I'm finding myself in where I'm not actually able to finish these fights off on the first go. Oh well, oh well. It's just, it's a slightly unfortunate thing to have happen. It shouldn't be too big a deal. One thing that's going to be a bit of a problem here is Ariak, he can't use Deathbound when Magician is in effect, and he does not have that much MP. He can only use Holy Dance once, and he won't be able to use Drain, so we have to be pretty mindful of that. I'm just going to have Naoya fire off the Megiddo here, hopefully take out that Macabre there, and get the life lift that we're going for. Alright, ooh, yes, that's perfect, that's perfect. This Bufudine, oh, whoops, I forgot, yeah, right, barrier. Man, I am dropping the ball like crazy on enemy skill sets in this Let's Play. I'm just not thinking at all about things not going through the way I want them to, which is kind of a problem with me, you know, doing this on a, not on a New Game Plus file. I'm too used to how I usually approach things in battles where I don't have to think too hard about what I'm doing. Gotta shake that bad habit here. Alright, just looking at what we got at the enemy's disposal here. Black Frost should be able to take this out no problem. He's also got Bishamon backing him up, so he'll be able to go twice here. I've got Black Frost set up with Grace, so he's fine on healing. Anytime, whoops, that was the wrong move. I wanted to use Agidai in there. He should be fine on healing. Let's have Kato Blepas use Deathbound here. Ditto for Bishamon, of course. He has access to that Pierce Fizz Amp combo, so he'll just do excellent damage there. There we go. Don't even need to use the double up to close that out. Yeah, sorry my strategic play has not been so great. I haven't really been able to do, like, practice attempts on maps with this game. I just don't have the time for it, so I do kind of fumble on these sometimes, but it's okay. This is just a slight setback. This is why Megamis are just such a great thing to have. And we're close to getting everything that we want to here. I'm perfectly okay if he uses prayer on that. It's not going to bug me at all. Yeah, you go ahead and Sama Recarm these guys. That's not going to set us back too much. Oh, well, that's actually unfortunate that he's going that way. I wanted him to go towards Black Frost. Having some slight problems here. Alright, let's finally get this wall off of this guy. Fortunately, we don't have to worry too much about what he's capable of doing to us because, well, we just have access to way better skills than he has. Let's see, guard there, or... oh, that's a bit of a conundrum there. Do I want to tank one that... Nah, it's, you know what? I'm not going to need Megadolon for anything else. Let's just go for it. And this time, I'm not going to worry too much about Ananta self-deleting there. If he gets his attacks bounced back, he should be fine. Wow, this guy is resistant to magic. Just wasn't expecting that level of resistance there. Oh, geez. Okay, wow, this guy is the real deal. I was not expecting this level of resistance here. Certainly does not help that I'm not proccing dual shadow like I need, so oof. This is a rough start, and we are actually heading into a pretty unfortunate situation. Not a hugely unfortunate one. I should be mostly fine here, or... You're all humans. Only by forfeiting your lives can you save mankind. Oh, this is gonna be interesting here. Okay, let me see. Let's go with the... Oof, this is a rough one. You know what, we're just gonna have to go all out and see if we can survive here. Yeah, I am absolutely... I'll admit I'm dropping the ball here. Fortunately, these guys are making it a little easy on me here. I don't know why this guy didn't go with attacking me instead of Naoya, though. This seems like a huge misplay on this Sroush's part. Perhaps the next one in line is going to go for it, so that's why it didn't do it. Yeah, you go ahead and pray. Okay, so who's moving next? Okay, that guy's moving in. Oof. Okay, we got pretty lucky there. Let me see. I'm just thinking about how I want to approach this. Let's get some revivals going in. Now that we don't have to worry about wall anymore, the big problem there was I had to be mindful of wall, so I just couldn't have Garuda do multi-strikes there to deal with our opponents. And let's see, let's have Troll do a charm here. Get Naoya a little bit back into fighting shape here. And let's see here. Alright, so that guy's coming in. Alright, who are you gonna go for? Perfect, perfect. Overlord, your existence only prolongs this lockdown. Now that we don't have to jerk around with enemies that are, you know, toting physical repel, as you can see, Garuda, he has no problem here. Honestly, I probably should have had him use multi-strike in that previous fight there. He might have been able to survive a bounce back hit, but I just wasn't confident in it. One thing I'd like to go over, now that I have the time, is that troll that I made, he was created through a pretty complicated fusion chain. I made him by fusing a Fem Demon and a, I think it was a Toki Demon, to create a beast that had access to Fizz Repel, and I had also used an Abaddon to create that Toki Demon, so it had Anti-Most. That's how I got all these skills onto him, and then of course I got the Holy Dance and Dual Shadow just from upgrading Spriggan, so he's pretty solid there. Do I want to get... I'm just trying to think here. You know what? No, I'm not gonna bother getting another demon in. Let's just get to work here. It's so unfortunate that that one guy just decided to go the complete opposite way that I wanted him to. Fortunately, these multi-strikes here, now that we are actually able to fight, use our proper moves here, we can just completely annihilate these guys. Let's actually... Oh, crap, I'm bound. Man! Okay, this is actually fine, though. He's going for somebody that I want him to go for. Alright, so Kaido is set up to get Life Lift over there, so let's Brutal hit that one. And, let's just have Troll guard for right now, because I don't know exactly what he'll do. Again, this is something that I have to be mindful of, because I'm running Dual Shadow, and oof. Rough stuff for Kaido, rough stuff. But he is able to delete the enemy as needed. Let me see here. I wish I had some healing on Troll here. In fact, if I get a... oh, there goes Kaido. Yeah, that is Kaido's horrible, horrible, horrible magic stat in action. Just look at that. He just...
If only I was stronger.
Yeah, you don't know the half of it, man, but yeah, like, that is just horrible. And why is Black Frost so far behind in the turn order? He did not do that much. He fought one enemy. Jeez, this is just a complete disaster of a fight here. But hey, it's been pretty clean up to this point. Of course, I'm doing fine just because I have a really strong demon to back me up here. With Garuda, his agility is so high that even on the defense without Ananta, using a priority move like Multi-Strike just allows him to completely destroy everything that comes at us. So it's not going as bad as it could. Do I want to... You know what? Yeah, let's... The more immediate benefit right now would be to give him Recarm. Might seem a little silly, but that's how we're going to approach it. Now you can't really do anything anymore, so let's just have him Samurai Karm. Get Kaido back in the picture here. And then, Naoya, I guess... let me see here. We can get this guy out of the picture, probably. Or maybe not. Oh, wait, I don't have enough MP to actually do anything here. Never mind, that was a complete waste of time. Yeah, I probably should have put more thought into how I was going to have Naoya approach that. Let me see here. Now Kaido can summon in Norn, who is a much stronger Megami than Lakshmi. Lakshmi is kind of at the end of her rope here, but I just don't really have anything to replace her, so that's why I haven't really gotten rid of her. Alright, let's see here. Let's get this guy out of the picture, because he's going to be poking at us, so let's finally have a good fight for Kaido here. Fortunately, with the Samurai Karm Revival, he is coming back in at full fighting capacity, so he's fine there. I'm just going to have Norn use Shield All here. Doesn't really have an attack that she can put to work here. 2 Shield Alls does not benefit us at all, but whatever, it's funny. And there is a Shield All really making itself worth our time. Okay, I was kind of worried Kaido would get frozen there, and I would have been really annoyed, but fortunately he managed to avoid that fate. As you can see, when Kaido finally does get his attack in, he gets some really stellar damage going. He just can't always guarantee that he'll get that attack in, you know? Okay, let's move out of the way here, get this guy taken care of. I'm sorry, did I say get this guy taken care of? I meant this is the guy that, that Black Frost is supposed to be taking out. Man, I am dropping the ball all over the place. I am sorry, I am not exactly thinking very hard about anything I'm doing today. I knew this recording was going to be rough when I choked on my water at the start of it. Well, we all have these rough days, don't we? Alright, now we should be able to finally get what I was going for here. Grace from Black Frost, make sure that we go into this with full fighting capacity, so we are fine. We are perfect. We might see a Recarm loss. Okay, no we didn't. No we didn't. There we go. So we got everything that we wanted to. Not exactly cleanly, but we did get it. There we go. See, we're fine. We're fine. But yeah, Recarm loss, as you can see, it reduces your HP to 1 and revives your entire team, as well as restores them to full health, but the caster gets reduced to 1 HP. This guy is making a smart decision here, because now you legitimately cannot do anything to defend himself. Oh, wait, never mind. Yes, he can, because we don't have enough MP to actually throw out Magic Yin, so we actually can fight back now. Okay, that works out too. Thank you. But, oh man, that just made me lose my train of thought.
I see we finished off the angels and the demon tamers. Nicely done.
Oh, right. What I was going to say was Recarm loss is actually really nice for Recarm looping strategies as a way to deliberately get your character killed. Let me see. I was just thinking of something else that came up there. Right. The Grace auto skill. One thing that's unfortunate about Grace is that it does not always go off like healing does. Healing will go off whenever you have so much as a paper cut. Grace seems to have a threshold for how much damage has to have been done to you to trigger it, or you need an ailment for it to go off, so it's not as reliable as healing sometimes, but it is a lot stronger, obviously, when it does activate. Alright, enough of that. All enemies defeated! Flawless victory! What's next?
Don't bother asking. Once all the angels have been dealt with, our path will be clear.
Clear, huh? I don't know what you're talking about, but at least you've got a plan.
Oh, what's wrong, Matsuro?
Oh, sorry. It's just, this was only the second time, and I'm already used to it. Humans are weird, huh? Killing's something that should never be done, and yet...
Yeah, I know. Let's just get it over with and we can put it behind us.
Yeah, I know. I don't like this either. Let's just finish this as soon as we can.
Well, at least Atsuro is keeping a relatively stable mentality about it. We got new demons at the auction hall. Let's just take a look at what we got here. I do want to pick up a bunch of stuff from the auction hall here. Let's see, we do have a Jahi at our disposal here if we want to pick her up. Probably an easy way to get Recarm loss into the fusion pool if you're interested in getting it. Anyway, the main thing I'm probably going to be saving my money for right now is I want to get another Garuda, absolutely. Also, I'm just now realizing, if I did it the other way around with my skill cracks in that battle, if I had Naoya go for Wall instead of myself, that would have gone a lot better, but I was really obsessed with the idea of getting the first strike in the battle because I had the first action. Sometimes you just got to step back and think about who should be fighting who, and that was a case where I wasn't thinking clearly about who should have been taking on who, and it made the fight a lot more perilous because of it. Alright, with that all said and done, let's get around to the miscellaneous events that we haven't been able to check out. First off, it's been a while since we talked to Honda. Let's see what he's been up to.
Huh? Over there, that's...
Huh? Oh, it's Honda.
It is, right? Hey, Mr. Honda!
It's you.
Hey, Honda, what you been doing? Or what have you been up to? We haven't really seen you since that whole incident in Ueno.
Yeah, like he said. Why didn't you escape? You could have got out of here in all the confusion and gone to find your kid.
Yes, I could have. If you hadn't gotten in my way in Ueno, I'd be with my son now. I tried several times, but with the new Overlord, there are more angels around. Security's so tight now, it's impossible to get out. At this rate, my son will be... I'm not going to give up. I'm going to make it out of this lockdown alive. I'll do anything to get out. Anything.
Well, come on, then why don't you work with us? We'll get this lockdown lifted.
Cooperate? With you?
You already know what the government's up to, don't you? And who do the people of the lockdown have to thank for saving their lives?
Yes, I know. I've gathered a lot of information. If the demons couldn't be stopped in 7 days, the government would kill everyone. With him being Overlord, he was able to stop it, wasn't he?
Excellent. You look like you have the power to persuade people. All we ask is that you spread the word about the actions and cruelty of the angels. At the same time, tell them of the Overlord's power and the foolishness of defying it.
So you want me to spread the word so the demon tamers leave you alone?
Not only that, if the demon tamers and other humans begin to turn against the angels, there will be fewer people following them, allowing us to fight them on equal terms. Once we've crushed the angels, the government will side with us and end the lockdown.
I get it. I'll do what you ask.
Yes, we're helping each other. That's what friends do. We're counting on you.
You know, Naoya, that sounds awfully hollow when you're the one saying it. I'm just now thinking about how funny it is how I had relatively minimal problems with the final bosses of the 7 Day, and then I almost get wiped out by randos in a completely unimportant fight that just establishes we are cruel. So that's funny to think about. Anyway, hey, Shoji is another person we haven't spoken to in a hot minute. Let's see what she's up to.
Huh? Hey, you! Ugh, I finally found you.
Huh? Oh, it's you, Miss Shoji.
Huh? Who the hell's this nut job?
Oh, that's so rude. How can you talk about someone made of wind like me in that way?
Made of wind?
Oh, never mind. Is it true you're the Overlord now?
Haha, guilty as charged. Finger gun.
I've heard rumors that you're killing people too. Is that true?
That's...
You've already got dirt on us. Quit asking like you don't know.
I see. So it's true. I didn't want to believe it having known you and all, but there's too many witnesses.
And what do these witness accounts say?
That you're going around killing angels and demon tamers.
Ah, well, that isn't wrong.
I'm shocked. Sometimes there are things that are best left unsaid, aren't there? But as a reporter, I have to make sure the world knows. I'm out of here.
Hey, should we be letting her leave?
Why not? Fear of the Overlord will spread among the people of Tokyo. The demon tamers will give up on killing us, and their ire will be towards the angels. This is all part of my plan. Let's keep moving.
Naoya truly seems to believe that there's no such thing as bad publicity. I suppose we should be able to swing this in our favor. So, with that, looks like we've got the mysterious Gigolo Man, looks like Yuzu and Midori have popped up, and looks like we got a battle in Shiba Park. Well, I'm looking at the time we've got on this video so far, and I think if I did 2 battles... weighing my options, yeah, it'd be too long. So let's go through story events instead. Let's check out what Yuzu and Midori are up to.
Why did it turn out like this? I don't get it. He became the Overlord to save people, but now he's killing them.
You wouldn't understand. It has to be this way.
Miss Mari, I thought you were with him.
I was, up until yesterday. But I was kicked out.
What? How could they do that?
It's okay. They had my best interests in mind.
Is that true?
Yes. So you see, they haven't abandoned their emotions. Atsuro, Tadashi, even Naoya all have feelings about what's happening. They understand what's going on. And even then, they know what path they've chosen.
But that doesn't make killing people right! They're just being selfish!
You're free to your own opinion. But we should all follow the paths of our choosing. Don't run from them.
Hey, Miss Mari? Yuzu, I didn't understand what she said. What did she mean? I don't know either, but let's think it over and figure out what we should do. Okay.
Yuzu and Midori left without noticing you.
Hey, what you doing? Huh? Was that Yoo-hoo over there? I guess it's hard to just say hi. It might be for the best that they're not with us.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I don't think they'd have a very good time engaging in the kind of activities that we'd been up to.
Seriously? I mean, being the Overlord is tougher than I imagined. But, well, if we play the bad guys, we can save Yoo-hoo and Midori. That's why we're doing this. Oh yeah, I had something to ask. Did you see Yoo-hoo's death clock?
Well, got some bad news for you.
Which means 0. Damn it. It's 0 and they're not with us. Are they gonna get caught up in something? I want to help, but ours are 0 too. And we don't know why. Ah.
Well, that is something to think about. But with that taken care of, let's see what Mystery Man has to say.
Oh, well, if it isn't the Overlord, it must be tough having everyone hate you. But you knew what you were getting into when you became king, didn't you? Still, the angels' ranks are growing thin. I'd say a conclusion is drawing near. It's all good for you if you win, but there'll be trouble if you lose.
We will win. I am committed to this.
I see the Overlord of Bell knows no fear. Anyway, I have some small piece of business with you. Could you come with me?
Business, you say? What exactly could you want with me?
Oh, it's a simple thing. I won't trouble you.
Step away from him. I don't know what your scheme is, but stop interfering.
Oh, it's the babysitter. Here comes trouble.
We have battles to prepare for. We don't have time for your garbage.
Oh, couldn't you be a little more appreciative of what I've done? I was the one who passed on helpful information to your brother.
I never asked for your help. Be gone.
You owe me, too. I was the one who told you about that bar, remember?
Are you trying to bargain with me?
You only gave me the opportunity. I was the one to realize it and use that melody. Any information you give out is twisted so that you benefit from it. You're a trickster, fooling the fools of the world and taking all they have.
You're too stiff. You only live once. You have to enjoy the ride.
Have you forgotten? I never stop living. Stay out of our way. If I see you again, I'll kill you myself.
Ooh, scary. The Overlord's got an overprotective brother now, huh? I'll be going now.
Let's go.
Who is this guy, really? You said he was a trickster. Why does that sound so familiar to me?
Don't worry about him. He is a boor who enjoys toying with men and gods. Don't worry. I will keep you from harm.
Well, that just makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside now, yeah. But now that the time has advanced in the day, also the free battles have updated. And we got different events with Kaido and Atsuro to check out. First off, let's just dive into these free battles real quick and see if there are any skills to pick up. Like I said earlier in the day, we're more or less just going to be strictly fighting tamers in the free battles at this point. Again, this is something that's unique to Naoya's 8th day and Amane's 8th day. It's also the only time in the game you're able to pick up auto skills from free battles, which is pretty interesting. Anything of note here? As a matter of fact, yes. Ooh, we got some pretty good stuff here. Dream Feast, which is basically a high-powered drain skill, but it only takes MP. I'm not a huge fan of it, but, you know, it's there if you want it. But the more interesting thing we can access here is we can get Megidalounds off of Garudas, so that would be a pretty good pickup for a Magic Yin build, but you absolutely need some kind of form of NP sustain to support something that costly, so don't assign that skill lightly if you're assigning it on a high-powered magic build. We'll get those later. Alright, so Depending on how much I end up cutting out, this might be a shorter than usual video, but I think that's fine. I think we've seen plenty in this video. There are actually not that many battles available on Naoya's 8th day. It does come to a close quicker than you'd expect, so we'll save the upcoming battle in Shiba Park for the next video, because this is a pretty important one, and I feel like it's worth it to have its own video dedicated to it. So that's what we'll be taking care of in the next video, then checking out all the story events that we can. As always, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Until then, though, goodbye.